What is going on, guys? What is going on, YouTube? This is KDUBZ here once again with the Pokemon X and Y Wi-Fi battle. Another pre-Pokebank battle, but today I have a pretty standard team with bringing the Mega Charizard and then Starmie as a spinner with the Tyranitar Rocks and, you know, the rest of the stuff. He has some pretty okay stuff. We're playing against Braxtonshaffer1, and he's got that Mega Aggron. It's a pretty defensive poke overall. I'm looking at his team. Pretty slow overall, except the Dragon Dance Dragonite and then the Greninja. But other than that, he's pretty much a really bulky team. I do carry the Volt Turn combo of my Rotom and my Scizor respectively, so I'm going to take that to my advantage. Now I'm going to lead off with Rotom-W. He's going to lead off with Aggron, which is obviously his Mega, and I'm just going to go for the Hydro Pump here first turn. I didn't really want to go with a Volt Switch. I wanted to gauge how much damage I can do with this Hydro Pump because I really haven't faced Mega Aggrons much, and this is my first one I ever faced in Wi-Fi battles. So exactly what I'm going to do, I'm going to do about 1/3 damage to it, while he does go for the Stealth Rocks, and that's totally fine with me. Even though the Charizard takes a giant beating, I do have a Rapid Spinner in terms of Starmie, but then again, Starmie is an offensive build, so even though it can Rapid Spin, it takes Life Orb Recoil, and it's not as bulky, so it can't take too many hits. So my chances of rapid spinning aren't very good. I do manage to land a crit on the Aggron, take out the thing with the second Hydro Pump, which is lucky for me because that Aggron is really defensive, and I was just really happy to take it out. Anyways, I'm gonna go Revolt Switch on the incoming Ferrothorn. I really can't do anything to him. I can just Will-O-Wisp it if I really wanted to get some residual damage onto him, but I really feared the Power Whip right here, and you know, as much as I fear the Power, I go to do Tyranitar, which is actually just weak to Power Whip too, but. I don't really mind right here. My main goal is to have Stealth Rock because I looked at his team. He doesn't have any spinners, so as long as I get my Stealth Rock up, it's going to be on there forever. He doesn't go for the Leaf Seed, knowing that my Rotom couldn't do anything to him, and that would have most likely switched. So the Leaf Seed would have been the best move just because get some residual damage, get some residual recovery on his part. And looking at him, because he doesn't have any leftovers, I'm not seeing that at least. He obviously has the Rocky Helmet. Now, he's going to go for the Power, as I do go for that Stealth Rock, and holy crap, it almost kills me. I was completely shocked by this. I guess I really haven't faced Ferrothorn in a long time, and this completely caught me off guard. But I live with 12 HP, and at this point, I probably should have left Tyranitar in here to die, just because at 12 HP, just going to die to Rock when he comes in. But I'm going to go to my Scizor right here, take some unnecessary damage, unfortunately, to that Iron Head that he has there. Now, I should have, you know, opponent should have carried Gyro Ball instead of Iron Head, but maybe he has T-Wave as the last move, I'm not sure. But here I'm going to go for the U-turn. This is the Choice Banded U-turn, and look at that damage, it is pitiful. And not only that, I do take Iron Barb and Rocky Helmet damage, so he ended up doing even more damage to me than I did to him, which basically cost me a whole turn of waste, a useless turn at all. And so I'm going to go to my Tyranitar at Death Fodder because I was just thinking at this point, holy crap, I need to kill the Tyranitar, I need to kill the Ferrothorn as fast as I can. And my only fire move is in my Charizard X with the Flare Blitz, but with the recoil from Flare Blitz, the Rocky Helmet, and the Iron Barb, I really don't want to be doing that, and I really want to save that as a last resort. So I'm going to go to my Metagross, and I'm going to go for the Agility right here. It's my Agiligross with the standard attacks, Sand Headbutt, Meteor Mash, and Earthquake. I'm going to go for the Agility right there as he does go for the Leaf Seed, knowing that he can't do any damage to me, but I can't really do anything to him. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to Earthquake and try to do as much damage as possible. Maybe go for the 2-hit KO, that's what I was planning. But as you guys will see right here, after the Leaf Seed recovery, and then me go for the EQ right here, it is not a 2-hit KO. Now, it looked like it at this point, but I calculated, well, I mean, I kind of gauged at his Leaf Seed recovery that's incoming after this Power Whip, and I really wasn't sure if I would be able to kill with another Earthquake. I really didn't want to risk it because at this point I'm already below half HP with the Metagross, and once again I'm completely shocked by this. Like, I really didn't expect this first one to be such a big problem against my team, but I have to go to my last resort now, go to my Charizard, and once again I'm actually going to decide to go with an Earthquake later after Mega Evolving to my Charizard X instead of going with the Flare Blitz, because once again I really want to save my Charizard X for a late game sweep, or maybe use it for later on Flare Blitz. Anyways, that's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to go for the EQ, and you guys will see, unfortunately, this is, yeah, I'm just completely dazzled by how defensive and how bulky this Ferrothorn is. He's going to go for the Leaf Seed. He's going to land it, and because he landed the Leaf Seed, because he will get the Leaf Seed recovery, I am not able to 2-hit KO with another Earthquake. So I am forced, unfortunately, to sack my Charizard X to go for that Flare Blitz. Now, If he didn't have rocks in the beginning, I probably wouldn't have went for the Flare straight off the bat, but now that I do have rocks damage, I am really low HP, he's going to be able to kill me with the Iron Barb and that Rocky Helmet, which means it's a double down, and he basically crippled like half my team with that thing because I decided not to risk going for the Flare on my Charizard X. Anyways, at this point, I'm going to go to my Rotom Wash, back to my pivot switch, as he does go in his Donphan. Now, his Donphan has Sturdy, however, I do have the Rock Stuff. That means it breaks the Sturdy, and he does have an Air Balloon, which is pretty interesting, but what I'm going to do over here, I'm just going to go for the Hydro Pump straight off. I really have nothing else to do against this Donphan, so I'm just going to go straight for it, and luckily I do hit, and bam, it's an Oko. I'm like, wow. That was pretty strong, but, you know, it is a Rotom, and it is a Donphan, so wasn't expecting too much there, but at this point, I think he's going to go into his Greninja. Yes, his Greninja will be able to outspeed me, so I'm just going to go with a Volt Switch. I know he can't Oko me with any move. He does. Grass Knot's not going to kill me because Rotom's light as crap. He does go with a Skull, which is pretty interesting. Maybe to get some burn on me. Maybe that was his goal, but I'm just going to go with a Volt Switch right here. He doesn't burn me at all. He is Life Orb, so that means he is fully offensive. He has no defensive EV at all, and I'm just going to be able to kill him off. Now, I'm going to go, I think, what do you want to call it? I'm gonna go switch out, and I'm thinking, you know, it's doubled down, so I'm gonna go into another good switch here, which happens to be my Scizor, because my Scizor is Choice Bandit, right? So it has U-turn. So if I really needed to, I can go for the U-turn, or I also have the priority Bullet Punch if I really needed to. He's gonna go into Dragonite, which unfortunately I'm gonna break his multi-scale with the Stealth Rock, which is really good for me because now I can go for the Bullet Punch and do a ton of damage. I just will see right here, it's a clean 2-hit KO at this point. He realizes that, so he's gonna go Dragon Claw, try to kill me off, but I live with 9 HP. I live with 9 HP. I just love Scizor at this point. But gonna go for another Bullet Punch, and he's basically down his last Pokemon, his Gliscor. So I'm just gonna keep my Scizor in here to die. Try to do as much damage as I can. He's gonna go for the Protect this turn, just to activate his Toxic Orb, which I kind of found unnecessary. But at the same time, he knows the game is pretty much over because I can go with a Bullet Punch. I still got like 3 Pokemon left in reserve, so you know, 1v3 is not really a big chance. I still have my Starmie, which I can go for the Ice Beam, as you guys will see later on. But he's going to go for an Earthquake, take me out. I go for the Bullet Punch, which is a clean 2-hit KO. So, just gauging it, Choice Bandit Scizor is still very powerful this generation. You don't have to go Mega. You can still use the Choice Bandit if you really wanted to. Anyways, I said before, I'm going to go into my Starmie, just go into an Ice Beam and just kill him off. And so that will be game. So, great game, Braxtonshaffer1. Hopefully you guys liked this battle today. Leave a like on this video if you guys did. Also, comment below if you guys have anything to say about this video. Remember to go ahead and like my Facebook page. It will be in the description, and also subscribe to my channel if you haven't already to watch more of my videos and to stay tuned on whenever I upload. So until next time, I'll see you guys later. This is KDUBZ1298 saying peace.